glad I got the jersey with my shirt tail out. I busted a belt loop when I was sitting in the back about 15 minutes before this thing started. So my belt's riding up on my back here. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Alex, Billy, Mitch. I'm really excited to be here. I've been coming into OKC, I guess, for 4 years now as the catching instructor, but coming in briefly on my trips, I never really got out much. In OKC, it was basically hotel to the ballpark back to the hotel. So getting to go to the OKC Thunder game yesterday was a good experience. My wife had never been to an NBA game. We had a great time. Had the best filet I think that I've ever had in my life last night, with some bacon wrapped around it, and then this morning's breakfast was phenomenal. So I've been missing out on the Oklahoma City experience. So I'm really excited to be here. It's been a long time since I've managed. 2006 was my last year, and things have changed a lot in the game of baseball, how things are done specifically as far as the analytics. I was telling somebody the other day, they asked me if I was really excited about getting back into managing. I'm like, yeah, I'm very excited, but there's some things that I'm going to have to kind of learn on the fly. I have a reoccurring dream that I shared with the guys last night. When I was last managing in 2006, when you made the lineup card out, you basically just wrote it with a pen. And I think it was like a carbon copy. You had 3 sheets of paper, and it kind of went through to the next copy and on to the next copy. And pretty simple. And if you messed up, you kind of scratched it out and started over. Well, now the lineup cards are made by way of a computer program, and you get the little the OKC Dodger logo on one side and the other team's logo on the other side, and they print all this stuff out. I'm not real good with technology. I'm still learning. Although I'm 47, I don't feel old, but comparatively speaking to some of the other younger coaches, I'm learning a lot of new things about technology. So I had this reoccurring dream. I was actually sharing this with a good friend of mine. He's a head baseball coach at Clemson. And when he said, "Are you excited about it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." But I said, "I need to ask you a question. I keep having this dream." And since he's a baseball coach, I figured maybe he'd understand. I said, "I have a dream that opening day," and this is true, I'm not making this up, this has actually happened quite a bit recently. I have this dream that I can't get the lineup card made out for opening day because I can't figure out how to work the program on the computer. And I'm like in full panic mode. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's games at 7. I can't get it made out. So I revert to like the, not the Sharpie, but the highlighter, and I just basically write it on the dry erase board in there. And like, then I can't get my uniform on because I'm still worried about the lineup. And it's like, yeah, I have that dream quite often as well. But Billy has assured me that we will get the lineup card made the opening day, and they'll teach me how to do the program. But I am excited. Like I said, it's been a long time, but very blessed to have been in this organization for 25 years. I don't think that I would have ever envisioned standing up in front of a room talking about the opportunity to manage in AAA. It's especially for the Dodgers. I can't imagine a better place to be, a better group to work for. So, and I want to thank everyone for the hospitality over the last 24 hours. It's been awesome, and really looking forward to this season. So if you guys have any questions, be glad to take them.
Travis, first, what's your, maybe you think your biggest challenge will be coming back to managing, besides the lineup cards? And what are you most looking forward to about coming back to managing?
Well, I think the biggest challenge for me, just because it's been so long, just getting back into the flow of a game, being so focused in the past 12 years just watching the catchers, but trying as best as you can to watch the entirety of the game. I think just realizing that there's a lot more going on than just the guys behind the plate now. And I think that it'll take a little bit of time to do that, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think the one thing I'm looking forward to the most is just getting to spend the entire season with basically the same 25 guys. As a coordinator, you come in and out of town. You spend most of the time with your group, and you try to get to know the other guys on the team, but you don't always get to know them as well as the guys that you're working with. But developing relationships with the guys, I think, is what I'm probably looking forward to the most.
you talked, it's been 13 years since you managed. What led you back to this role?
Well, originally the reason I got out of managing when the catching coordinator's role came up is I got 4 kids. My wife's a school teacher, and just being gone for the entire season was tough. And they were getting to the age where they were getting involved in stuff, and so it just kind of made sense to be able to be home more as a coordinator, that I could see my kids grow up and spend time at home. And now that I'll have one more at home going into the summer, and so it's kind of like we had talked about it, but really not in great detail. And then Brandon Gomes asked me during instructional league if I would do it, and I'm like, let me talk to my wife and see what she says, and talk to my kids, and they were like, let's do it. So it just seemed like the right time, and I have missed it. I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What makes the catcher a good manager? We've seen this happen in Major League Baseball. The Cardinals, it didn't work out for.
Right.
So what makes the catcher?
Honestly, I feel like it's just because you got to have a pretty good idea of what everybody has to do and everybody's responsibilities. I also feel like understanding personalities. As a catcher, you deal with so many different personalities when you're dealing with pitchers. Just having feel for people, which I really think the majority of managing nowadays is just being able to understand the guys that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis and what makes them tick. But yeah, I think you just know the personalities, everybody's responsibilities, and so yeah, it's been a trend in baseball, and hope to continue with it.
What kind of pressure do you have to continue to, I mean, 3 out of 4 years they've been division champions?
Yeah, I kind of knew that, and then when Michael said that, kind of looked at me. I'm like, dang, I wish he hadn't have said that in front of everybody.
You had
But
the chance to be a hero, and
yeah.
now you've got to keep the ship moving.
yes, I will say, like, I think that coming through here the last 4 years, like, we've put a pretty good product on the field, and like, I think it's important for our organization to be successful at this level, and they're going to get the best players to do that. So yeah, maybe there's some pressure to win, but I feel like they're going to give us good players and allow us the opportunity to do that.
You mentioned kind of how much the game has changed since 2006, whether it's defensive shifts or the incorporation of analytics. Would you lean on the organization for kind of implementing those analytics, or did you kind of learn whether it was maybe pitch framing or something like that you kind of were accustomed to as
Right.
or you were doing that you more comfortable?
Yeah, obviously I'm going to lean on a lot of people. One of the Jeremy Rodriguez, who's going to be one of the coaches here, you know, he's managed a couple of years, and he's kind of been through learning the shifts, learning all the information that we have to be able to digest. So he'll be a big resource for me. The R&D people have been great helping me out. They know that the things that I need to get better at, and they make it easier for me to understand. But yeah, like the shifts, you know, all that stuff. They give us the information before the game starts, and it's just a matter of being able to interpret it and how to put our guys in the right position to be successful. So yeah, definitely going to be leaning on a lot of people to help make those decisions. Anybody else?
What do you like about the Dodgers organization?
So much. First of all, they gave me an opportunity 25 years ago. I can't imagine. I was talking to someone the other night. We were at a baseball banquet, and the guy was a former Dodger minor league player from years ago, and I said, you know, I can't imagine anywhere else in baseball right now that there's a better place to work than for the LA Dodgers. The resources are endless. If you have an idea and it makes sense, they let you try it. They don't ask you why. They're so supportive. They talk about family, and I feel like they actually mean it. It's an awesome environment right now. Like, if you could spend time in our clubhouses, with the staffs, with the players, it's a really, really special place. And I'm sure everywhere you go, people say that, but like, I mean it. It's an unbelievable environment.